Hello and welcome back to MoonClan. My name is Frosty, and today we are picking up where we left off at the very end of a very harsh winter, in which our medicine cat was hurt and quite a few of the clan fell sick. In that episode, we did go ahead and appoint a new medicine cat in Swanspot. Both Ravensong, our current medicine cats, and Frost Whisperers, our current main character's mother. She's been a great healer this whole time, but we just haven't been able to appoint her as a healer because of the limits of the challenge that we are facing. But finally, the conditions are met, so now Swanspot is a medicine cat, and I think we'll keep her there for now. I do think that this is a position that she could excel in and really start to find her purpose in as well. And I mean, it never hurts to have more medicine cats than you need because of situations like this. So unless Swanspot does something that could lead to her being demoted like Fight Spec did, I think she'll be fine where she's at. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and time skip. Okay, so moving into Moon 36 for the clan, 35 for us. You share a story with the kits, their wide eyes following your every move as you act out a battle. You intervene in an escalating argument between two apprentices. The tension breaks under your stern gaze. I wonder what they might have been fighting about. You lead a patrol to mark the boundaries of your territory. The scent of home fills you with a sense of pride and belonging. Danger lurks near the camp. With a low growl, you alert your clanmates, ready to protect your home. Okay, it sounds like we've just been keeping order more than anything. The kits and acting out of battle is a bit new, but Frost Whisper definitely shows he's a little bit more tender with the kits than his fellow warriors, so not super surprising. No ceremonies, but a lot under births and deaths this moon. Stonefruit and Coyote Path found a litter of 4 kits and decided to adopt them. That's good. We do need more kits here. I'm just a little bit leery about them being with Coyote Path for obvious reasons. Judas Shea died of green cough, and Hollowpelt was found dead near the Goose Clan border. So just like that, we've lost a couple of elders. Just moving into New Leaf too, where, I'd be hoping that we could start to gather some more herbs and turn some sickness around. And Judas Shade had just become mates with Icy Ice too, making that even more tragic. The past moon, Judas Shade and Hollowpelt have taken their place in Star Clan. Okay, it looks like we have pretty good interactions this moon. Frost Whisper appreciates Little Heart's helpful attitude. Pigeon Flick is surprised to hear Frost Whisper express an ideal they can agree with. And Cold Shriek, Swanspun, and Frost Whisper had a nice talk while eating. Sparrowstar awakes one day after moons of numbness and feels as though the world is less dull. It looks like he is finally getting over his morning bites back. Sinbad has the zoomies. Greenfin has recovered from yellow cough. Ravensong is no longer shivering, and Ravensong is no longer frostbitten. And then Judas Shade passes of green cough. So at least Ravensong is feeling better. I would suppose that the weather taking a turn could help, even if it's just mentally there. And then, of course, Hollowpelt was found dead near Goose Clan border. I am going to go ahead and check out Hollowpelt. Doesn't really specify for him how exactly he died, whether there was any foul play involved, or whether or not he was just taking a stroll and took a tumble sort of deal. But Star Clan is definitely starting to look a little bit full now, unfortunately. Sparrowstar is performing a big brain maneuver. Stonefruit is solving a complex problem that has been troubling the clan. So I guess Stonefruit and Sparrowstar have just been talking about something that has obviously been bothering us, whether it is something that is easily solved or not, and they have come to a solution through wits, and Sparrowstar in particular is performing a very big maneuver. Swanspot, despite all the grief and problems, is feeling silly, so maybe she really is settling down as a medicine cat. Ravensong is feeling excited, so maybe her presence in the medicine cat den is also welcome. And I mean, for better or for worse, there definitely aren't as many cats in the den now, so that's also a reason to be excited. I do think we'll go ahead and talk to you, Swanspot. I was a little bit unsure about the neutral, but I think it's time to talk to her. Maybe I just gotta face it, Frost Whisper. There's no way I'm gonna end up with icy ice on a million moons. Why would a cat like them ever settle down with a cat like me? It just wouldn't make any sense. Maybe I just gotta move on and— oh, hang on, they're coming over here. Oh, hey, Icy Eyes. Yeah, sure, I can come on a walk with you tonight. When are you free? You roll your eyes. Swanspot is hopeless. Aww. That's definitely a pretty big crush we've got on Icy Eyes there. It's a little bit returned, but Icy Eyes definitely had stronger feelings for Judas Shade, and it'll probably need a little bit of time to fully grieve Judas Shade too. But poor Swanspot is head over heels. Pigeon Flick is currently playing a prank on Cold Shriek. We are going to talk to her. Frost Whisper, how is the patrol? You look a little tired. Do you need anything? Fresh moss, prey, grooming, a story? Just let me know and I'll see what I can do. She is a very devoted cat. I don't think she feels super strongly towards us. Very platonic. Which sounds like better than I was expecting. Alright, we are currently eavesdropping on Chestnut Kit. We obviously can't patrol with Chestnut Kit, so we'll just talk to her later on instead too. Little Heart is thinking to clear away growing foliage at the root so they're less likely to grow. Probably just within the camp or along a particularly well-used path. We'll talk to him. Whoa, look out, incoming! Little Heart's in hot pursuit of a mouse right in the middle of camp. It's get to halt inches from your face, destroying the pile of bonds you're gathering for your nest. Huff huff. Sorry about that. Say, did you see which way the mouse went? I swear, those little buggers are getting braver by the day. And stupider, too. How long does it think it's gonna last in a clan full of cats? Sorry about your moss. Did you need help cleaning it up? Little Heart clumsily attempts to reorganize the pile, breaking several pieces in the process. There. Good as new. Kinda. Sorry again. Be on the lookout for that mouse for me, will ya? Come find me if you see it again. I am just getting this ridiculous image in my head that, like, the mice are all communing and, like, daring one another to go into the clan full of cats to see who makes it out or lasts the longest, and that's just not an image I was expecting to get in my head today, I guess. I feel like Confreyfoot and Misty Fluff are both like really low on Frost Whisper's radar. I feel like we just don't really interact with them all that much, and there's just not a whole lot of events occurring around them besides Misty Fluff a bit more recently. Like, there's definitely some background characters even in this game when you play it like this, so it's really interesting to see who kind of falls into the background and who takes a step up into the limelight. Cold Shriek could find their way home with their eyes closed. I guess that comes with the Pathfinder, but we'll go and talk to him. Sparrowstar, what do you think of them? Their leadership style, the choices they've made. Would you have done it differently if you were in that position? I'm just curious. What you think of who's in charge could reveal a lot about your character. This is a little bit more complicated than just, like, dissing a distant political figure. Like, this could easily get back to Sparrowstar. That being said, like, I personally wouldn't agree with Sparrowstar's methods. He drives away a lot of people who could potentially be helpful. Like, tensions are high with other clans. and ultimately he hurt one of our clanmates over, we don't even really know what reason. And yeah, I just don't think anybody could agree with that. I don't think it deserves blind support. Let's take a risk. Let's go ahead and despair, sir. It takes a lot of guts to admit that. Respect to you, Frost Whisper. Though maybe not the smartest to admit while spirits are standing right behind you. Heh, I made you look. I mean, fair enough. And like, I feel like if a certain cats like Weasel Reed, I probably wouldn't have, because they probably would have just told on me too, Sparrowsar. But as it is, I don't think Coltreak is the kind to really tell. And Coltreak has seen some things that make it seem like he knows something nefarious could possibly be going on here. And he's just keeping it close to his chest for now. So with that in mind too, I think it's also important narratively for us to set the record clear with Coltreak. Ice does not like how times have changed since they were young. So I guess they're not really mourning Judashade. Moonfern tries to get Chestnut to clean, but Chestnut Kid accidentally mixes up the dirty and the clean moss. And Moonfern only notices after the fact, so nothing actually gets done. Intelligence -1. So honestly wondering if we should have just left Chestnut Kid alone with 3 positive traits, but now I can't leave it alone. During a scavenger hunt, Chestnut Kid's quick thinking leads them to the hidden items in no time. Okay, so we're perfectly neutral this moon. And Chestnut Kid is dreaming about being a warrior, so I guess she's also not really missing Judashade. We'll go and talk to her. Hee hee. Chestnut Kid laughs over and over as Fluffora makes funny faces at them. That's a cute little interaction. Honestly, with the queens now present, I wonder if, like, all the cats raised by them would feel, you know, as sad as if they lost their actual parents after a while, like if one of the queens were to pass. Because, like, in this universe, the cats don't really interact with their parents too much beyond the nursery, or at least they don't seem to in most cases. So, like, if, you know, 90% of your existence with your parents is the same as with the queens, then there could definitely be some overlap there. Okay, but let's go ahead and go on patrol. You discover a new hunting ground full of prey. However, it's close to Two Lake Place and there could be potential dangers. I'm gonna go, not because I think we particularly need prey or anything, but just because, like, I want to see if there's any actual dangers, repercussions, or benefits to doing stuff like this. You hunt in a new area, but a Two Lake spots you. You manage to escape, but it's a close call. I'm sending the 2 medicine cats out together, but they've forgotten where they were going. Too busy talking. Also, how did I completely forget about this? Okay, but let's go ahead and see these kits that Stone Fruit and Coyote Path adopted. Okay, so here's the biological parent, Stream. She was a kitty pet, arrogant, and a good fighter. 80 moons old. So then, we've got 4 kits, obviously. I honestly don't even know what excuse I have for forgetting about them. I think the only explanation I have is that I was so focused to see who'd be mourning the elders, I just totally forgot about the actual good news, which is the kids. So up first here, we have Dusk Kit, a newborn male with sunlit eyes and a pale Bengal pelt. I'd say silver and gray. And he's got something I've never seen in a kit, let alone a newborn, which is a leader-like personality. So Dusk Kit could be one to watch, though I don't know if I'm going to keep Dusk as his suffix, or prefix, we'll come back to that. Up next we have Amber Kit, a newborn male with copper eyes and a marbled white pale pelt. He is bossy. Then we have Goal Kit, a newborn female. She has copper eyes and a goody gray pelt. She is manipulative. Then finally we have Needle Kit, a newborn female with copper eyes and a masked pale white silver pelt. She is honest. Needle is a prefix I don't think I've ever actually gotten, so that's interesting. I think I'm going to change Dusk and Amber's prefixes just because I associate Dusk more with a dark pelt than a light pelt. I think I'd be more okay with Dawn even than Dusk for him. And Amber doesn't have any amber markings, so okay, I don't like that one. Dusk Kit is now a Falcon Kit, the leader-like kit. And Amber Kit, our bossy kit, shall be Yarrow Kit. Sounds interesting. Then we got Falcon Kit, Yarrow Kit, Goal Kit, Needle Kit. And I'm really curious to see what comes out of these four. Especially with the legacy that they've got. To think that it all could have started with Icy Ice mentoring Coyote Path too. That's the cool thing about clans like this though, there's a lot of little intricacies. And let's go ahead and continue patrols. Okay, this art is new. But we've got a patrol of Sparrowstar, Sky Scratch, Little Heart, and Willow Deer. Our patrol stumbles across a large dog on our border patrol. It's wandering in the middle of the clan's territory. Unfortunately, we do have traits that mean we have to proceed here. And in all honesty, I think Sparrowstar, being a fierce leader, would not let a threat like this just wander through the territory unchallenged. Not when it's a direct threat to the clan. So we'll proceed. They decide that no cat is going to be surprised by this predator again. The patrol shadows the dog, sending a message to warn camp. Enough cats to keep watch, rest, track, and send messages back and forth. MoonClan is kept safe from the wandering dog. That's honestly the best outcome we could have hoped for. Okay, finally, I send Sontor and Coyote Path out on a date because they're like the only couple we can keep. And they decide to train up with their mate just as a way to bond. And while Stonefruit isn't a confident cat, for Coyote Path they swear they'll always stay strong. Finally, some cuteness. I think for ourselves, we're just gonna go on a random patrol with Weaselreed and Mistyfluff. Oh no. Trailing behind the patrol, there's my crash bed Weaselreed. They look around just as heavy branches fall on them. As Mistyfluff rarely has patience for their cats, Weaselreed tells them harshly that they don't have time for some idiot who got stuck, making Mistyfluff resentful as they pull themselves out from under the branches. I think with this particular prompt that's meant to be reversed. So either Mistyfluff got caught, which I don't think is correct because if something bad happened, it would have happened to Weaselreed. So it's most likely meant to read that because Weaselreed has little time for patience, Mistyfluff tells him harshly. That would also just generally make sense for Weaselreed's arrogant attitude to have to be a little bit humbled by nature. I am just gonna say though, for as often as branches fall down on top of cats, you would think that every single tree in this place would be bald at this point. But we'll go ahead and jump into our next moon here, moon 37. Okay, you mourn a fallen clanmate. Their memory lives on in your heart, a beacon of strength and courage. No one passed this moon, so I'm gonna say we're probably retroactively grieving some of the elders. Maybe kind of took a second to settle, and now we're like, oh, they're gone, aren't they? You get into a heated argument with your leader. Standing your ground, you fight for what you believe is best for the clan. Maybe that word got back to Sparrowstar after all. In an attempt to show off your climbing skills as an apprentice, you end up getting stranded in a tree, needing help from a group of amused clanmates. Karma. You try to sneak up on an elder for a playful scare, but your loud purring gives you away. It's probably Icy Ice since Frost Whisper seems obsessed with them. Oh no. I mean, yay, but no. Weaselreed was seen chasing Kitty Pet off of the territory, so good game, Weaselreed. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And this has been a long time coming. Fluffer and Ravensong have become mates. So now, because medicine cats cannot take mates or kits, we are faced with the dilemma of losing Ravensong, who has arguably been the best medicine cat we've had, and making Fluffer and Ravensong break up. With Swanspot around now, I think it makes more sense to have Ravensong step back to his duties as a warrior. I really wish that weren't the case, but I think that makes the most sense, because if I try and break them up, they're just going to keep getting together, and it's going to be harder and harder to keep breaking them up, probably, at least emotionally for me. So we'll go ahead and have Ravensong step down. Frost Whisper admires Greenfin's dedication, probably to fish, medium positive effect. That's all for that moon, which is a little wild, I won't lie. Ravensong is looking forward to the half moon meeting. Well, now you're not. Sorry, Ravensong. I can't say I didn't see that coming, just because they've definitely had some feelings for one another. But I was hoping we'd be able to avoid it so I could keep Ravensong as a medicine cat. No such luck, though. Sparrowsar had a nightmare involving the rushing river nearby, maybe with newly floods. Stoneford is considering a unique approach to organizing the patrols, as long as it keeps everyone safe. Swanspot is wondering how Coyote Path is doing. Maybe she suspects something's going on with the warrior, which we really haven't checked in on them. We're still on that line there. And for better or for worse, we are the next ones up on their possible hit list. They're currently staring off into space. So maybe some bits of guilt or anger or whatever is kind of leaking through for Coyote Path. Maybe Swanspot is starting to pick up on that a bit. Guess we'll see. Greenfin is strutting off with pride with a massive fish in their maw. Think there are other clans out there? Like way far away, not the clans we know. Maybe there's even some clans on the sun or the moon. Moon cats. There's no fish up there though, Greenfin. Alright, we're not doing anything important. We're spending a considerable amount of time grooming. And I really wish there was a possible cat we were interested in on here, but just no such luck. Moonfern is definitely really starting to develop some feelings for us though. And I'm very curious what would happen if she confessed to us and we rejected her. Because that seems the most likely, right? We don't have any mutual feelings. But it'd be really interesting if we'd just be like, yeah, why not? Which isn't the proper reaction if that were to actually happen, but part of me could see it. Okay, let's check out our kits first and foremost before we do anything with them. Chestnut Kit is 5 moons old, so we'll see her in as apprentice this moon, or this episode next moon. Asking older cats how kits are born. Falcon Kit is grateful to Swanspot for their treatment. This is what he looks like, a little bit more grown up. Honestly, it's stunning with the silver bangle and a sunlit eye size. I don't really feel like I look at a lot of kits and I feel like something's gonna happen with them, but I feel like Falcon Kit has main character energy about him already, so there's definitely a lot, I think, going on with him. here's Yarrow Kit. Definitely very stunning copper eyes. And then Gold Kit, who's getting in trouble for bringing thorns into the mess. A little bit of a standard pet with the agouti there. And finally Needle Kit, who's batting pebbles across the camp clearing. And I guess I didn't realize this, but every single one of these kits has copper eyes except for Falcon Kit. Just another mark of that main character energy though, I guess. And I think we're gonna leave Chestnut Kit alone, because I think 2 positive traits is not a bad thing to ask for, and I don't want to, you know, jeopardize that further. As Moonferner recounts a story about a misunderstood loner, Falcon Kit laughs and makes jokes, showing little regard for the character's situation. Maybe he won't be a main character for the right reasons. Yarrow Kit shows an impressive strategic mind when facing Flufferor in a play fight, their skills nearly rivaling an apprentice's. That's impressive for a 1 moon old kit. The deputy is forming a border patrol. Do you want to volunteer? We've been doing a lot of border patrols, so sure. We join a patrol and do an excellent job in securing the borders. Our vigilance is noted. Swanspot gathers some dandelion. Our hunting patrol sees a shadow fish as they pad past a stream. Snowleaf very carefully walks to the water's edge and waits for their chance, hooking out a fish with their claws. Surprise wasn't Greenfin, but can't have all the wins. We're definitely still doing fine on prey, so I'm not super concerned about that yet. Maybe by next winter I would be. But we'll send out our requisite border patrol and then I think just kind of randomize from there. With New Leaf, we do have a chance of actually recruiting people too. Our border patrol hears rumors of a badger, and so they go off to check to see if it's actually denning there. Coyote Pass scrambles inside for a look and comes nose to nose with its occupant. It's only by the grace of Starclan they are able to redirect that speed to twist around, shedding fur and clumps as the badger's furious snarling and fizzing follows them up the burrow tunnel. I keep thinking and wondering if I'm a bad person for thinking or wondering if it would be bad if something just happened to Coyote Path. Like a badger, for example, or a dog. And just possibly save the clan from a lot of trouble. Poor Lilac Chaser would never come to justice, but no one else would meet her fate. Our patrol encounters a clearing where a lot of 2 legs linger. Since our deputy and patrol leader has a nervous trait, we're not going to proceed here because that is the trait to never proceed if there's a chance of danger. And there's certainly a chance of danger here. Oh, and it's our patrol. Our patrol hears a cat begging for their household to come back, just barely legible over the sound of a monster speeding away. We're gonna try and proceed here. Just because, like, we've been pretty aggressive to outsiders all winter. We still have a surplus of food, and we are hurting for numbers, much more so than we are hurting to not accept people. So I'll try proceeding. We find a kitty pet collapsed by the Thunder Path, and we offer them a spot in the clan. Chikorita Storm has joined the clan, and our reputation towards outsiders has improved. Let's check out Chikorita Storm. I love that name. Okay. So Chikorita Storm is getting used to their new home. He's a young adult male with dark blue eyes and a single color pelt, which looks like it's a dark gray black. Of course, as his name implies, he's formerly a kitty pet. Chikorita Storm used to be a kitty pet, but after dreaming of starry furred cats, they followed their whispers to the clan. They joined the clan on Moon 37 at the age of 23 moons. He is sincere, a fur care enthusiast, and a great teacher. This is what Chikorita Storm looks like healthy. Looks like he's got a pretty good bite on his leg there. I totally thought it was just like a circle that had been cut out of his side, but I guess it's like around his knee there. Okay, and let's go ahead and jump into our final time skip of today. Okay, I'm really concerned with these statuses and the toggles that are currently lit up. An illness sweeps through the nursery. Your heart aches as you deliver herbs to the shrinking kids. You comfort a grieving clanmate, their bodies shaking with silent sobs. You escort a sick clanmate to the messing cat's den. Their quiet mew of thanks tugs at your heart. Okay, so obviously there's a lot of illness and death presented in our monthly events here. So I'm really hoping that the grief especially is not pertaining to a kit, but just from the sounds of this, it does kind of sound like a really bad sickness has swept through the camp and hit the nursery and hit a few of the warriors really hard, and maybe even too hard. Even though they are excited to finally be made an apprentice, it takes a bit of coaxing by Icy Ice or Chestnut Kit to set forward for their ceremony. Icy Ice watches in pride as they're named Chestnut Paw and touch noses with Comfrey Foot. Well, Chestnut Kid is a paw. Oh no. Frozen Roach passes the green cough. So, I guess in some ways that is a remnant of a sickness going through camp. And we definitely have some cats grieving, so we could be comforting them. Cold Shriek feels numb to the news of Frozen Roach's death. How could they ever walk through a world without their sibling at their side? Once night comes and they fall asleep, Cold Shriek desperately wails Frozen Roach's name. Movements frantic as they struggle. No, refuse to accept their death. In the past, Moon Frozen Roach has taken their place in StarClan. You can also possibly see the cat that we're comforting and the cat that is sick being Cold Shriek because, you know, stress and anxiety of that nature could very well have made Cold Shriek sick too. And with our dreaming proficiency, we definitely could know when someone's having a really bad night, one way or another. Okay, we have got a lot of relationships this moon. Frost Whisper knows this Fluffer is always one of the first to volunteer for a difficult task. Sparrowstar acknowledges Frost Whisper with a twitch of their whiskers. Pigeon Flick admires how brave we are. Moonfern appreciates us telling them that they had a feather stuck to their face. Comfreyfoot wants to spend more time with us. Snowleaf helps us pick furs out of their fur. Since these are all good, and to be honest, I don't really care to keep track of who's who, I'm just gonna talk to everybody this moon. Okay, moving in here, Pigeon Flick no longer has white cough. Stonefruit and Moonfern have both gotten a running nose, hopefully more allergies than actual illness. Frozen Roach has passed, and we notice our burdock has gone bad. Little Heart and Weaselreed decide to go for a short walk together. Little Heart calls from behind Weaselreed, and Weaselreed has to leap out of the way of a buzzing bee. Weaselreed shifts to swipe at it, but Little Heart remarks that it seems oddly friendly. Weaselreed decides to take it home with them. It's probably attracted to their golden raspberry, but it sounds like Weaselreed does have a fun little companion now. Just the placement of this bee is even more hilarious to me because it makes it seem like it's going in for the flower there. So I kind of love that. Look at Weaselreed. He's been crowned by the springtime. Okay. Starting off our very long status check-in here. Sparrowstar is worried others are judging them. Ah, StarClan, I totally got sprayed by a skunk today. Do I stink? Be honest. You tell Sparrowstar the stench is probably strong enough to stir the dead from their graves. Oh really? Well, in that case. Sparrowstar presses their pelt into yours, laughing like a maniac. You shrink and run away, but they quickly pursue, giving chase all around camp. Come back, Frost Whisper, I just want to share tongues, ha ha ha. Ew! That would be so gross. That'd be awful, especially like it's strong enough to human senses. Imagine how aggressive that would be if you had a more keen, like, nose to smell all that. Ew. Though, to be fair, if I was in Spirit's shoes, I'd also want someone to commiserate with directly. Soundfruit is spreading over a recent increase in fox sightings near camp. I missed the first bit, but it looked like Soundfruit was scanning the sky for hawks. You're pretty sure that trying to talk to them in this state would give them a heart attack or worse. So we'll just avoid it. Swanspot is checking up on the warriors. Frost Whisper, hey, are you busy? Listen, I just needed someone to talk to, and you're the only cat I can. Listen, what do you think happens when we leave the living and we join StarClan? I wonder what that's like. I'm less worried about the pain and more, will I be missed by MoonClan after I leave? I'm not the most talkative cat in the world, and that makes me worry that I've never made an impact to anyone. Huh? The mouse brain? You're telling me that I worry too much? Yeah, I suppose that's true. It's all I'm good at, I suppose, getting caught in myself. You'd miss me? I'd hope we would. Oh, Frost Whisper, thank you. You have no idea how much that means to me. Sometimes it seems like you're the only cat who looks for me in a room. Yeah, I'll be okay. I'm just in a little funk at the moment. Do you want to go hunting? I think that'd be better than me sitting here feeling sorry for myself. I know that Swanspot really just confessed this very existential crisis thing to us, but I just got caught in the vernacular of, you're the only one that looks for me in a room. There aren't really any rooms in Warriors, are there? Greenfin is sparring. Greenfin sits next to you quietly, purr. They make no move to fill the silence, seemingly enjoying it. I wonder if we're compatible with Greenfin. We are. I guess that could be a possible love interest for us too. With a lonesome and aloof nature, I can just see us sitting companionably at opposite sides of the clearing and being fine with that. County Pass saw some wandering two lakes today. And no, it does not escape me that Frozen Roach was their apprentice, but I don't think they had anything to do with that. Oh, hello, Frost Whisper. Actually talking to us this time. Did you need something? Pigeon Plick regrets not eating the bird on the fresh kill pile earlier. Huh? What was Sulphur saying to me just now? You're not getting a word from me. Ask him yourself if you wish to know. It's not my place. Seriously, I thought you knew better. Okay then. Sky Scratches cleaning their paws off in the river. Sure, it's nothing nefarious. Sorry, Frost Whisper, no time to talk right now. I just got a task from Stonefruit. I'll be sure to catch up another time, though. No one wants to talk to us. Ravensong is giving some advice to Gold Kit. They're humming a catchy tune. Oh, hey, Frost Whisper, I was just coming up with a song. Want to hear it? No, come on. You're sickeningly in love, Ravensong. We're currently hoping Icy Ice will tell us a new story. We are so obsessed with Icy Ice. Weasel Reed saw some wandering two lakes today. Hey, who do you think is going to be Deputy once Stonefruit is leader? I guess probably Greenfin. They'd be pretty good for the job. Of these options, I'm sure Weasel Reed would most appreciate the second, that they would be a good deputy. We can just agree, or we can say I'd be a good deputy. I'm really curious if this would have any impact on anything. I'm just gonna say I agree. Right? They're just such a good fit. Kinda crazy to think that Stonefruit's gonna be leader one day, though. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet. I mean, Spherosaur still has all 9 lives, and I know technically all the lives can go at once, but the odds of that happening are kinda slim. Little Heart is wondering if K-Pet life is really so bad. Little Heart chats with Snowy so loudly their voice seems to echo off the walls of camp. For just one cat, they sure manage to take up a lot of space. Hey, it keeps things fresh and refreshing. Comfrey Foot somehow has a gaggle of kits following them. Frost Whisperer, just a cat I want to see. How are you? They flash a smile so dazzlingly bright it's almost hypnotizing. Misty Fluff is wondering if kitty pet life is really so bad. We prod a sleeping Misty Fluff with the sight of our paw. They swat you away. Just a little longer. Chikorita Storm is helping the medicine cat properly clean a patient's wounds. Just out of curiosity, this is their starting relationships with us. Oh, watch out for us, Whisper, don't come any closer. Oh, we leap back expecting thorns or sharp rocks, but instead it's fixed on a bee. Okay, so Chikorita Storm is having the same dialogue with us as we have with Coyote Path before. Just showcasing a little bit of love for a bee that is dying and compassion for them. We vowed to never kill another bug again. I definitely think that with the sincere trait, they genuinely meant that way. Maya Rush is looking around camp. Have you ever had a feeling where you want to achieve something so much to the point you feel like you're going to explode? Really hope I'm not the only one. Little deer is swishing their tail back and forth in a laid-back manner. Hey, I need an opinion if you're up for it. You think stone fruit would like this flower? I saw it the other day and it reminded me of them, but I'm worried they won't like it. They'd love it. Really? Thanks for the help, I appreciate it. Snowy told a fond story at Frozen Roach's vigil. We noticed them sitting alone by the empty fresh kill pile. We pad over to them with the robin we were planning on eating. Oh hey Frost Whisper, what is it? We dropped the robin and asked if they'd like to share. Oh, are you serious? You give up half your meal for me? Thank you, it's nice. You settle next to Snowleaf to eat your meal. The conversation, while stilted, is pleasant enough. You know Snowleaf doesn't like to eat with others often, but at least they make an effort. The robin was gone, you go your separate ways, having gained a new understanding of your clanmate. I definitely think the vengeful thing probably puts Snowleaf at odds with a lot of cats. But just the fact that he's grieving, I think we'd probably be making the effort to reach out. Coltreak has been coming up with complicated riddles for fun. Did their bee travel down with them? Oh, it did. Aww, that's cute. The bee's just resting there with them. I love that. Coltreak shifts and twitches restlessly in their sleep. They must be having a nightmare. What are you? No. Frozen Roach, where are you going? Come back. I won't let them take you. Coltreak sits up, panting in their nest. Oh, Frost Whisper, it's you. How long have you been watching me? Aww. No time at all. Chestnut Paw is now an apprentice. She is currently learning more about Frozen Roach, probably from all the stories going around. She's meek and tidy. Chestnut Paw avoids stepping around every puddle in camp after a rain. Confused by this ritual, you ask them why. If I'm being honest, I can't stand to look at my own reflection, heh. Plus, it's no good getting my paws wet either. We can either compliment, but you're beautiful, or just say that's sad. I think let's try and build self-confidence. Huh? Beautiful? Me? You really mean that? I don't know what to say, thank you. I mean, like, I think she's pretty. But I'm also just a fan of torties. Icy Ice is thinking about how too many cats die young. Icy Ice stares at the side of the elders and resentfully. It's not right me living this long. All of my loved ones died honorable deaths, warrior Seth. What was StarClan thinking? Why am I still here after all these moons? I'm sorry. This isn't your battle to fight, it's mine. I know StarClan has a plan for me. Still, I can't just stop myself from doubting. It's easy to lose control of your thoughts when you've been around for so long. I mean, Icy Eyes, who has a Dark Forest bond, probably has a bit more room than most to doubt. And they just lost their mate, and we just lost another young warrior. It probably isn't easy, wondering why you. But Icy Eyes does have Chestnut Paw still to take care of, so Chestnut Paw still needs a parent. Moonfern is exploring ways to introduce kids to the world beyond the nursery. Moonfern watches Chicory and Storm and Weaselreed laugh together a little ways away, apparently too nervous to join in the conversation. He'll help her socialize. And we're gonna encourage her to keep going. Moonfern crosses the camp and awkwardly stands near the warriors until he knows enough to include them in their conversation. Though talk is stilted, Moonfern looks a lot less lonely than before. Fluffer is reflecting on the joys and challenges of parenthood in the clan. Rained earlier in the camp is covered in puddles. Fluffer steps in one a little too hard, accidentally splashing Ravensong. Ravensong splashes them back in retaliation. Before you know it, the couple is running around camp, skidding and laughing in the mud. You roll your eyes at their coupley behavior, but you can't deny it's a little cute too. I think we made the right choice. Alright, while Moonfern and Goldkit are playing, Goldkit notices one of the other kits watching in a lonely corner and invites them to play. They happily accept and the three have a blast. Compassion +1. While changing out the nursery's moss bedding, Fluffer notices Needlekit saved all the best moss for himself. Compassion -1. Oof. Falcon Kid is hiding from other cats. Falcon Kid and Needlekit are comparing the size of their paws. Mine are bigger, mine are totally bigger than yours, heh. Eurokid is hiding from other cats. Eurokid is yelling at a hapless Moonfern who tries desperately to manage the situation. No, you don't understand. Why aren't you listening to me? Windmiss couldn't have gone to StarClan because Windmiss would never leave me behind like that. It's not fair. Maybe Eurokid will have some kind of medicine cat ability because they should have no idea who Windmiss is. Absolutely zero. Goldkit doesn't want to grow up yet. Hey Frost, does Spur want to play? You ask Goldkit they plan on cheating, pulling your tail, or otherwise abusing you this time. You're no fun anyway. Needlekit is annoying older cats. You tell Needlekit that you like their pretty feather. Thanks, it's her Windmiss. Could you help me put it in their nest? I'm hoping that when they see it in StarClan, they'll like it so much that they'll come back down to MoonClan and we can play together again. Everyone's talking about Windmiss, but it's Frozen Roach who died. Windmiss was never even technically a part of the clan. I'm really sad that we did lose her, though. We never really got a chance to super know her, you know? A fellow warrior, who you have feelings for, seems to be spending a lot of time with another cat. Ponder whether you should confront them about your feelings. Summoning your courage, you express your feelings. To your relief, they confess they feel the same way. The two of you decide to spend more time together. I'm not even going to bother to check. I know that's empty. Swanspot gathers some cobwebs. The patrol purchased a two-leg nest in the woods while hunting. I think we'll just proceed. We split up using sentries and ensure the two legs don't disturb the hunts, and we bring back some prey. I thought that was border patrol, but okay. Okay, now we're going on border. Sky Scratch notices some suspicious paw prints, so we'll proceed. Turns out to be Sky Scratch's own. They help with embarrassment, can't meet the eyes of the rest of the patrol. Okay, our last patrol manages to also avoid the 2 legs in the cabin. Bring back some prey. I think we'll go ahead and leave that off there for today. It's definitely been a roller coaster, a lot more loss than gains, but do have a new litter. We do have a new member in Chikorita Storm, so we're slowly but surely looking up. And with Greenleaf, we're going to be as beneficial to any outsiders that we meet, so I'll be accepting as many as want to join the clan in Greenleaf. We've had so much prey left over anyway. It really only makes sense to me that we do take the cats when we need the help, and we'll just keep an eye on how things proceed. Cuddy Path is still kind of lurking in the background, and that mostly seems to be all. So until next time, feel free to check out links in the description below for some links to some other socials to see what I'm up to, and other ways to support me if you feel so inclined. Thank you to Parental Unit for supporting the channel, as that is greatly appreciated. Till next time, everybody, stay safe, stay happy, see you then, and bye!